good, y'all? It's your boy Ty, back here with another video, guys. In this video today, I'm going to provide you guys some information about what is the best way to make tokens and MT in my team. Before we get started, if you are new to the channel and haven't yet, please smash that like button on this video, as well as subscribe if you are new, guys. And let's hop right into the video. Starting the list off at number 5 is evoing players and selling them back for more than you evoed them for. For example, when Terrence Ross came out as a Ruby, he was a very good player as a Ruby. Now I'm pretty sure he came out on the Friday, and the 250K qualifier was that following day on the Saturday. And I spent a while evoing Terrence Ross, got him from a Ruby to a Diamond. I bought him for what, 10K maybe as a Ruby, I don't really remember. I remember I put him up right after 250K. He sold for like 234,000 MT. So right there, quick 200,000 MT. It's just an easy opportunity for you to make a ton of MT by simply buying a player for cheap and evoing them up and selling them for more. When it comes down to it, buying players and evoing them up and then selling them for more is a very good way to make MT. And it comes in at number 5 on the best ways to make tokens or MT in my team. The next best method we're going to talk about today is playing triple threat online. I think I played triple threat on. I think I did an hour triple threat online challenge in which I made about a little over 20,000 MT and about 20 tokens. Now, take that times, let's say you play it for let's say you play it for 10 hours. You play a game of triple threat. You don't lose a game for 10 hours straight. You play it on repeat. You're looking at 100,000 MT as well as 100 tokens. Now, that's not normal. It's not normal. You're looking at 200 tokens, I should say. That's not normal for you to make 200,000 MT as well as 200 tokens in 10 hours. It's hard to say you're gonna automatically win every game and everything game's just gonna go smooth. There's gonna be some ups and downs, but if you guys, especially at the beginning of the year, if you got guys with diamond contracts locked in these spots and you can consistently win, triple threat is a great way to make MT and tokens. It was even better in 2K19, still was good in 2K20. I didn't play it near as much because I wasn't on my account as much. But if you're just looking, especially after the first couple months, in this 2K, it's going to be different for 2K21 because they're going to have updated domination and triple threat. But in 2K20 as a whole, triple threat online was, after the early stage of the game, was by far the best method, besides one other method, for making MT in getting tokens. It was by far the best method, and I think it's kind of the most fun method out of all of these. I think playing the game and actually getting rewarded for that is obviously a very good bonus as well. Triple Threat Online has consistently been a very good foundation for MT and tokens, and will be heading into 2K21 MyTEAM. Hopping into the next one here that we are going to talk about today is Triple Threat Offline. Same thing with Triple Threat Online as far as you want 3 guys with diamond contracts to play this mode. I don't remember which 3 I had, but I had a solid 3 that I felt I could go out here and win 1,000 games with. Obviously it changed over time when I got Ibaka and stuff like that. But just think about all the MT. First of all, you're saving if you have diamond contracts and you play 1,000 games. That's a lot of MT. And then just look at the first 10 rewards here. How many tokens you see here just in the first 10? I see 6 tokens already in the first 9 wins. That's a pretty good rate. Plus you can win offline triple threat games faster. And the vault was in this game. I'm sure 2K21 is going to have something as well that is rewarding. Now, I wouldn't suggest after you get to that goal wins or whatever the max is to keep grinding the game. It's not rewarding just simply for the vault. But the rewards on the side were very rewarding this year. I think at some point you'd get 75 tokens for a certain amount of wins. Now, that was when you got up there pretty high, but Triple Threat Offline was obviously very rewarding for that. And if you have diamond contracts, take 1,000 wins times, let's say you get 300 MT each game. Now you're looking at 300k MT just off of that. Now, that doesn't sound like a ton, but to go along with the rewards that you get every vault opening, it's going to end up accruing into more MT than you think, as well as more tokens. In 2K21, it might look completely different because of the season, so I don't know what the maximum reward is going to be. I don't know if it's going to be good for tokens or MT or just like a certain player. I don't know how it's going to work, but in 2K20, this and what comes in at number 2 were the 2 best things to start off the game. Triple Threat Offline was a very way to very good way to get your team started, and it comes in at number 3 on my top ways to make MT and tokens in NBA 2K21. Coming in at number 2 on the top ways to make MT and tokens is Domination. And before we get started, I'm going to explain why here. So before we get started, I'm going to say this. For each team that you beat, you get a good amount of MT. As you guys can see, you're getting 625 plus, the 1,000 from winning the game. You're looking at 1,500 to 2,000 MT per game. I get contracts are expensive, so let's just say around a good number is 1,200. Take 1,200 times 99. Okay, you're already looking at upwards of 100k MT just from playing Domination. Then you get all these other rewards such as tokens, as you guys can see here. This is in the normal Domination. So in the normal Domination, you'll get 3 tokens for every 5 teams that you beat, which doesn't sound like a ton, and it's not a ton. But then you get into Historic Dom, in which you're making an extra 10 tokens for getting 33 stars, 66 stars, includes 6,000 MT. Plus, for every 5 teams that you beat, you get 12 tokens. So let's do some quick math. I think there's 6 divisions. So 6 times 3, 18 tokens there. Then we got 12 times 6. Then you got 72 tokens there. And then you get here 15 times 6. You're looking at a lot of tokens. As well as when you get here, you're getting 15 more tokens and 12,000 MT. Listen, all I'm going to say is this. Not only do you get those amount of tokens when you win in the all-time Dom, look at the final rewards. You get 24 tokens from beating the Celtics, 12 tokens from beating the Lakers, and 12 tokens for beating the Bulls. It's a great way to make tokens. Plus, you're now getting 900 MT as well as the packs. It's just, listen, I promise you this is a great way to make a lot of MT, especially early on in the game. Because you're going to complete all of these, so you're going to get all these rewards. So just if you beat the all-time Celtics here, just look at everything you're getting for the 3-star difficulty. If you win on superstar difficulty, you're going to get 900 MT, as well as the Celtics ball. But you also get 15 tokens for every division that you complete. This is just a very good way to get your team started. You make a ton of MT. It's going to take a long time to finish it all, but the MT and token amount that you're going to make from Domination is very good. And just think, we're going to get Domination after Domination after Domination this year with the new seasons that they're implementing. It's just going to be a very good way to keep the community involved. Domination comes in as my second best way to make MT and tokens in NBA 2K21. The 5th and final and the top thing we're going to talk about today is sniping and working the auction house. What does this mean? Okay, this is what it means. So for a silver player right now, it's going to be harder right now. But for example, silver players go for a ton early on. So let's say the minimum silver player goes for 2,100. So when you search this, there's 1 or 2 silvers pop up. So then you just sit here at the, 1,800 filter and you're sniping anything that pops up you buy. You sit here for an hour, whatever, you're going to make a lot of MT. Trust me, especially early on when people are pulling a lot of silvers, they don't understand how much they go for, so you're going to get a lot. Even if you want to move this down, you're going to find a lot for under 1,300 or whatever. And that is one of the filters I like to use early on. But there's just so many different filters you can use. You can do that for any tier. Even rubies at the start of the game, you can probably do that for, as well as plenty of other tiers. So day 1, the silver filter, as well as the badges are coming back in the game. So sniping badge cards is probably going to be another very good option. Coaches, jerseys, anything you can snipe for the low and sell for higher is what you want to look for in the auction house. Then when the heat check pack comes out, now you got to be careful with this because a lot of times there's not a lot of heat check players up right away, so players are going to be pretty inflated. But once the heat checks settle down a little bit, you can do the same thing. Search for low. Once you see, 1 for low, you snipe it, you sell it for higher. Now the heat check filter is probably my favorite filter and probably the filter that's maybe the most MT so far this year. But that's just one of the many filters that you can look into. You can also look into, this 550 filter or the 500 filter that people call. You just search everything for 550, buy anything that pops up. There's just so many things that you can look for in the auction house, specifically heading into 2K21. There's also a limited event coming and the exchange. So, for example, the limited event might require 9 players from the Hawks. So then Hawks players are going to go super up in price, and then you can Once you hear that news, you're going to buy a bunch of Hogs players, sell them for more. It'll be simple profit. Those simple things can help you make a ton of MT. Then if you want, you can lock in the MT for tokens if you choose to do so. So many different ways to manipulate the auction house, and that comes in at number 1 on my top 5 ways to make tokens and MT in NBA 2K21. That is going to wrap it up for the video today, guys. I hope you guys did enjoy it and did find some use in this. So you might be asking, day 1, are you going to be sniping? No, I probably will be grinding Domination and Triple Threat offline. But once I complete those, sniping is probably the next place I'll go to make MT. Triple Threat online is obviously a good option, and you know, the Evo players is kind of hit or miss. If you see like a TyDeBo type player that has 3 or 4 Evos and is the first one to Evo that, you're going to turn that into a ton of MT. But that's going to wrap it up for the video. Drop a like on the video, subscribe if you are new, and as always, man, I love y'all, and have a blessed day.